Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. It is a special Monday morning news update. I'm your host, Mike Barra, in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'll be joined a little later today by the mini Mark himself, Zester Zerfos. Zester Z is going to be joining me. We're going to be talking about the news, political issues, a little crypto, and who knows where it will go from there. I do have to get my, I want to buy some more XRP and get it on my Ledger hardware wallet, which, by the way, link in the description. You can pick one up, Ledger Nano S hardware wallet. And I think we'll get that done on the air today. Little tech support while we got Zester with us. He's not here quite yet. So, all right, guys. I know what you're all looking for on this wonderful Monday morning. I'm going to give everybody a little bit of time to get in here to the stream because of the new way they do the stream. You know, there's not a lot of updates. I want to say happy Labor Day to everybody. I think Labor Day's a shit holiday. We should rename it. Not for the workers. Maybe we should call it MAGA Day or something. I don't know. Happy Labor Day. How you guys? Carla Marie, God's blessings, protection, and healing. Yes, there's a lot of people in need. That's why we could use some better news. Ernest Rutland is here. And the Batman, Christopher Iverson. Late start by YouTube. Yeah, so we're going to wait on a little bit of news before I go to that. Let's see how everybody's doing. Libby on the label. There you go. Mark Z did a news update this morning. So, hi, Lisa. Happy Labor Day to you. You know, Labor Day is going to be a slower day. Let's see who's over on Rumble. Alley Cat's here. Global Carrie's here. Love Trumpy. Christine Packer. Mikkel Ziski. Mary Gould. Ior, SMK Williams, good morning. Yeah, Zester's not quite here yet, Ior, but he's going to get there eventually. So it's great to have you guys here. Great to be with everybody. Happy Trump Day. Yeah, at GM Libby. Good morning, Libby on the label. Okay, everybody's flirting with each other in the stream. Let's give it a couple more minutes. You know, I am a big advocate that the NFL ought to start on Labor Day. I'm so tired of this crap where they start the week after Labor Day. If I was in charge of the National Football League, no more international games except exhibition games, preseason games. Go back to the 2007 rule book where you could blindside hit guys and play football, and it was just really football, and it was really fun. Get rid of all the stuff where we don't know what a catch is. All the new crappy rules that have come in. Allow defensive backs to actually play defense once in a while. Get rid of Roger Goodell. Go back to a 16-game schedule. 16 games was perfect. Start on Labor Day. You have a Thursday game the Thursday before Labor Day. You have a full slate on Sunday, and then 3 games on Labor Day. 1 at 10, starting right now. 1 at 1 and 1 at 5, just like a Sunday, typical Sunday, and then only 2 preseason games. That's all you need is 2 exhibition games, preseason games. Can I go ahead and buy the Seahawks? I had a dream. The same time that Jen said the paperwork was being signed off on the RV a week ago Thursday, I was having a dream that I was the new owner of the Seahawks, and I was addressing all the employees. Hello, Rosemary. Hello, Lisa. So that's a kind of a thing. By the way, I'm going to be doing a football show on Thursday with Brian Engelman. Brian does a show with Blake Wally. He does the Agree to Disagree show. And right after that, at I think it's 2 p.m. Pacific, Brian and I are going to be doing a weekly football show. We're going to talk about, issues and things in the game and make our predictions for the week, and we're going to go from there. So that'll be Thursday, right before the NFL season starts. You mean football like it used to be played? Yeah. You know, I remember when Golden Tate got a $21,000 fine for blocking a guy. Hey, you know, it's football. They taught me when you're playing football, got the pads on, got a helmet on, keep your head on a swivel, buddy, because somebody's going to blast you. I hate this opening season, the season opening in Brazil for my Packers. Who the fuck in Brazil follows the NFL? Not only that, they've banned X. They've banned free speech. There's a corrupt judge there, a Sith Lord, who has banned the NFL. So I say boycott the Brazil game. I mean, again, anybody who football fan who watches football, do not watch that game. Do not watch that game. Let's send a message to the NFL. As soon as they banned X, Twitter X, in Brazil, the NFL should have pulled the game. They should have fucking pulled it right then. Mike Petitano's here. Mike Mick is here. Thanks for the show on this boring holiday. Okay, let's slip over a little bit to the news. What little news there is. I would say breaking news, but it's not breaking news. The breaking news is there is no news. I have not heard from my bond contact guy. I know he has not been paid or paid off yet. This is a guy who's going to get paid a sales commission for the historic bonds he brought in and on ledger into the system for the RV. He has not been paid yet. If he is being paid, then we are being paid. So that would have been a confirmation. It just has not happened. I've received no information to that effect. I watched Mark Z this morning. I think he was fairly optimistic. He keeps hearing all this crazy stuff about how it's going to be today, it's going to be tomorrow with the American holiday. They're holding off for one more day, but we don't know if that's really true or not. We don't know. That's what Mark's being told. He's been told that plenty of times before, but he did say the level of excitement in Iraq is higher than he has probably ever seen it for this to happen. We also have, in terms of, we had Militia Man on. I like Militia Man. He's okay. He reads a lot of news articles. The thing we have to just focus on, the thing we have to understand, and sorry, I'm scanning over here to the Rumble side of the house. I just have to let you know that there is no reason for this not to have happened already. This should have happened quite a long time ago. There were meetings last Monday, Tuesday in New York with the high up people in the Central Bank of Iraq. Why has it not happened? It should have happened. We should be there. Yet we continue to not be there. So, again, this is just a source of consistent and constant frustration for you. It's a frustration for me. And I don't really know what to tell you guys. There's no spiritual guidance today. Jen's taking the day off. So I don't know what to tell you guys except that try to have faith, try to have belief. Try to hang in there because things are not easy at all. Things are not easy at all for us right now. Okay. Without further ado, I'm going to bring in today's special guest, the wonderful, the handsome, black and white. He's not black and white now. The crazy Cryptonaut. That's how you guys know him. Zester. Did I say your last name? Zester Z?
Yeah. No,
I can say Zerfoss. I thought it was public knowledge. That was your last name.
Yeah. I don't think there's any way of really hiding from that one. What's up, everybody? And how are you doing today, Mike?
I'm doing great, man. I had a reason to get up and get a shower today, which is to do this live stream with you. And I was just wondering, I know you're in PR with your dad, and I know he had a show this morning. You got anything you might be able to add for our less than normal Monday Labor Day audience, our smaller than normal audience? By the way, everybody, hit the thumbs up button over on Rumble. That's a great way to get us shown. Make sure you follow our channel, Real News Live with Mike and Jen, on Rumble, because we have a channel now. And Zach, you got anything juicy you can tell us that we haven't already heard?
No, I mean, I could go through a bit of the history of it. We've always, and Labor Day has always been a really, really popular one, but we've always heard that it would be a 3-day weekend. And so I do think that kind of creates an unfair Really an unfair,
Expectation.
mindset where every
Yeah.
time we see a 3-day weekend,
Right.
people start to go, "Oh, it's going to be this one," and in all honesty, we don't know which one it's going to be. But I do think that kind of creates maybe a little bit of an extra excitement around each one. This
Yeah.
one has been particularly quiet. That's not a bad thing, but it has been particularly quiet.
Hmm. It's hard to say, like, no bad. I don't like come on saying no bad news. Well, there's no good news either. We're just right where we were a week ago, a month ago, actually 6 months ago. We're literally sitting on there's no reason for this not to happen. Chris, Batman, who knows a little bit about the bond side of things, says there's still one thing that needs to happen for the bonds, and the bonds must go before the RV because a lot of people think the bonds are the backbone of the RV. On the currency side of the ledger, the one roadblock is in the process of being removed. Well, let's get on that. Tahoe says, greetings from Lake Tahoe.
Hey, what's up, Tahoe? What's up, Easy?
And then me too. My nails are bleeding. Or a Thursday. Yeah, it's either a 3-day weekend or a Thursday. So,
No, and right now too. Maybe a lot of the different news coming out of the Middle East is just for show, but ultimately there's a lot going on.
yeah.
There's a whole lot going on, and Iraq sits at the center of all of it. And ultimately, the stability of Iraq is going to be very, very important in the process. And so I always look towards that one. In all honesty, I think a lot of the different articles in the news in regards to Iraq kind of getting their crap together as a government, I see those as being more exciting than the other information because it's a necessity in order to make this happen. Ultimately, Iraq has to be somewhat together. We know they don't have to be a flourishing, perfect society, but Iraq can't have the whole house currently on fire, and then we're looking like one of those memes, the little dog sitting inside of a burning house. Everything's fine with his cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Iraq can't be sitting there in that meme and everything be okay.
On the other hand, they've been using that as a pretense to not do this for the last 15 years. So fuck that. Yeah. I'm tired of it. Let's move on. Let's just get it done. And there's no perfect time to have a baby. There's no perfect time to get pregnant, ladies and gentlemen. So just go do it and just figure it out as you go along. I mean, that's the answer to life, I think, is to just say yes to whatever offer comes to you and just figure out how to do it. I didn't know anything about acting or doing reality TV. When I got offered my first reality TV audition and job, I just went and did it, and you just figure it out after that. So that's kind of what we're going.
And that's going to be how it ends up happening.
Yeah.
It's going to end up being something where everybody's kind of going to get thrown into the fire, into the skittle all at one go, and no one's going to be ready for it. The more prepared we are for it, the less likely it is going to happen, in my opinion. Just because if everyone could prepare, well, then it wouldn't work. And so we need it to be something that all we're doing is kind of getting in the ballpark of when it's going to occur and how it's going to happen. Ultimately, the day that it occurs, the minute, the second, there's no way we're going to hear that until the absolute it's already done. It will already be done when we get told the exact time. Everything will already be done.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I was just checking something out. So let's. Have you heard any rumors of anybody working the redemption centers today or not? Is that a rumor?
No. The last that I had gotten was probably. Actually, I don't know how much of it was shared on Friday, but the last that I had heard on that side was that there was a lot of action going on in the bond market, but otherwise that currencies were silent, and that was as of Friday. Since Friday, haven't heard anything other than bonds are active and currency is silent.
Yep. Well, currency should be silent because bonds got to go first. We want the activity on the bond side, like we talked about.
Yeah.
Okay, about 600 of you guys in the live stream today. Don't forget to visit our wonderful sponsors, the CBD Gurus, MikeBarrettPets.com. I had I had dinner with Dale and Diana from Mike Barra Pets, and of course, there's Mark Z Pets as well.
Oh,
There we go.
I actually just got a little package from them. I meant to send her a message before because I got the package this morning for my kitty cats, and so I need to send her a message.
Yes, she's a wonderful person, and going to hang out with her more. And she's so Diana's so fun to talk to, and her husband Dale is just an absolutely great guy. So thanks. And then Dave and I went and wandered around.
Really cool products too. I'm still though. I still don't think she understands just how crazy Tina is because she sent me the little caps to put on Tina's nails. And I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to accomplish that without it being the last thing I set my mind to do.
I used to do that to a kitty that I had that was pretty passive named Indy, and I used to glue the little rubber things on the tips of her. I think it's actually ultimately easier to just get her under your arm, grab her paw, and clip the end. But be careful you don't clip the growing part, but just the nail tip at the end. That's actually easier, but good luck with that.
Well, I have a great friend who is a professional groomer, and so she helps me with that. At least she did with the last time. That's the only reason that I managed to get Tina fixed. And what we had to do was we put Tina in a papoose. I don't know what. It's like a little hanging thing.
Yeah.
And I ordered one. I have one now just because, I saw theirs and I was like, all right, I need one. And so it hangs it up, and she turned into nothing. She was perfect.
Wow.
But if you tried to hold her or tried to squeeze and tried to keep her controlled, oh, no. You weren't getting out of there, at least not with the same amount of volume of blood in your system.
That you had before, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ledger Nano S hardware wallet. I got to put in my. So I was thinking, how do you feel about XRP right now? Because there were some rumors going around this weekend that they're about to announce some big XRP deals. Trump is about to discuss XRP, and I'm gonna try to buy some more XRP and get it on my Ledger Nano S wallet.
Hey, well, I'd be happy to help you out on that.
In the description, by the way. Yeah.
I'd be happy to help you out on that one. And there are a lot of rumors running around in terms of Trump and crypto right now.
Yeah.
Mainly because of World Liberty DeFi. So World Liberty Financial. And so I know I have had some people in the community send those along. I know it's out there. I didn't share it on the past ones because ultimately I don't know whether it's a safe place yet. It's just an open Telegram room right now. And we've gotten very little information. Apparently it is backed by Donald Trump Jr. and Eric Trump, and they are putting out a decentralized finance platform that they intend to assist with real estate and all these other things. And so it's very, very. I literally over the weekend, like I called everybody I know. I called people that have been listed in some of the different articles as advising the Trump administration on cryptocurrency. I gave them calls. I gave everyone calls, and everybody told me they don't know what the bleep is going on. And these are people that are advising the Trump administration. They don't know what is going on in regards to this Trump family cryptocurrency.
Yeah, but they're going to do something, and it looks like they're going to make some sort of discussion. Angel Heart loves this shirt.
And maybe it is about XRP, but XRP has big information coming out soon because of the stablecoin.
Yeah.
RLUSD. And so my guess would be that Ripple's announcements are related to RLUSD. The Trump announcements are going to be related to something. I really wish I knew the answer because I'd be selling, I'd be off on the corner of the street hawking a kidney if I knew what they were planning on putting their support behind.
After the show, Zester and I are going to go through with our my Ledger hardware wallet, and he's going to walk me through the process until I get it down. And one or two more times, Zester, and that'll be it. Buy some more XRP for my wallet here. All right. Lord Tap says, I need to know where to get that papoose, Zester. My cat gets crazy with nail clipping.
Oh, let me actually, I think I have it sitting over here.
Okay.
That showed up. I had it sitting here.
Let's get our CBD Gurus logo on there. Go to thecbdgurus.com.
It's literally this. I found it online, and it's got little hooks that go into the corners.
Mm-hmm.
So you just take kitty cat, 4 legs through the 4 holes, and then you take it and you actually just hang it.
Yeah. Okay.
And like it comes with little hooks, and it worked like a charm. She was not in any stress at all. She was as comfortable as could be, and for some reason, it made the whole process into a breeze. It turned a very, very violent and bloody conflict into a peaceful resolution.
Yeah.
In a very short time.
That's awesome.
For Ukraine and Israel and Palestine and Russia.
So maybe just Google kitty papoose or something like that, and you'll be able to find it. Right?
I found it off of one of those sites that I don't like to brag about spending money on, but it's so cheap that you just
OnlyFans?
No, well.
Well, the way you described it, I mean, I'm just making an assumption.
I think it was Temu. Temu.
Okay.
Temu. One of the. It was either at Temu or. It was.
By the way, I was today years old when I found out that Denise Richards has an OnlyFans, and she's trying to get Tori Spelling to join her over there. Wow.
Oh,
okay. Global Carrie says, I had a black and white kitty boy named Batman. I put black tips on him so he'd stop tearing up my leather sofa. He bit every black tip off within hours. Yeah, they will do that. Yeah, I forget what they were called there. I remember when they were first invented, little rubber tips to go over your kitty's claws. I think it's probably easier to just try to put them in a papoose and trim their nails. So that's the thing. The big rumor is Musk is considering buying Ripple Labs, which would be, wow. You know, if once he gets X-Mail going and things like that, I think Elon Musk is about that far away from becoming a Bond villain. What do you think? If he controls the means of exchange in the new digital currency era, wow, you know.
His plan is to leave us all back on our dying planet at some point in time, and move the best, the brightest, or whoever Elon chooses over to
Mars. Yeah,
to Mars or something of that nature.
Yeah, you could put 50 pounds of crack cocaine on Mars without that much effort. He was once quoted as saying that. I think okay.
I don't know. I think he also says a lot of those things just to get the laughs.
Well, that was 10 or that was 10 or 15 years ago. I think talk about like Girls Gone Wild Island and Epstein. Isn't it cheaper to buy an island than to buy Mars, Elon? I just think it's cheaper. Where is the safest place to purchase XRP in your opinion? I use Lobster for XLM. I haven't ever used it for XRP, but I think I will do it this time.
Lobster is typically the go-to for folks with their Stellar, their XLM. For all of them, and for anyone that is a U.S. resident, I would highly recommend going ahead and just utilizing our global overlords of Coinbase. They are our nationwide overlord. They control the in and out for the vast majority of U.S. dollars from retail investors into cryptocurrency. They are the cheapest. They cost the least. What you do is you go in, you make your purchase on Coinbase of your XRP, and then you take your XRP off of Coinbase after. You'll have more XRP with the amount of money you were planning on spending at the end than if you chose to go through something like Uphold or Lobster.
Now, that's the thing.
I would say Uphold is another decent service. It is not bad. The fees are slightly higher, but they're not that bad. And so Uphold, Coinbase, there are 1,000 options. The biggest thing to just make certain when you're going through and making that purchase is that you're use one of the big people. Make certain that it's actually one of the big people's websites. I know typically you'd say, hey, let's support smaller businesses. When it comes to cryptocurrency, don't support small businesses. Not when you're purchasing with your credit, your debit, or your bank account, or anything of that nature. Go with something like Coinbase, Uphold, make the purchase, remove the crypto, and I bet that Mike Barra has a link in his description right now to where you can get a Ledger hardware wallet that
I
would be the
do.
perfect place to keep it.
I do have a link in there to where you can get the Ledger hardware. So I'm going to buy on Lobster. I think I'm just going to use Lobster because I've got an account there. Pick up some XRP and then transfer it over.
You can also buy XRP and XLM directly through your Ledger hardware wallet. We could use just your Ledger hardware wallet today, and we could buy on it, Mike.
I forgot about that. That's correct.
It is going to come though with the credit and debit card fees, and so credit and debit card fees are typically going to be about 2.5% to 3% on cryptocurrency payments, and so that's what you're expecting to pay. If you're buying $100, expect to pay $3 to $5 in
on Lobster, $50 worth of XRP is a $4.99 charge. That's a fairly high charge for a small.
That's 1/20th of your entire purchase.
Yes,
that's exactly. 5%. I would lean towards going on a Coinbase or going towards another one if you have that ability or that option.
Do y'all think we'll have a little time to buy XRP on the current low end after the RV? No, I don't think so. I think that it explodes after the RV, but that's my opinion. Zester, what do you think?
I think that one, it's not going to explode because of fundamentals. It's going to explode because everybody that is a fan and supporter of XRP is suddenly going to have a lot more money to buy XRP with. And so I don't think that it will explode on fundamentals, which means it will collapse. We're going to have a bunch of people suddenly be millionaires. They're going to toss $1 million in, and traders are going to eat that $1 million. And so I would expect a very, very rapid skyrocket, and then I would expect an extremely rapid collapse back to more of a corrected valuation on XRP, XLM, and all the other ones that are really, really big in the RV community.
Okay, interesting stuff. All right, well, one of the other things we're doing together is I'm part of Team Zester, Team Mark Z, actually. We're a company called ACN, who is, I will say, it is an MLM company. I'm not going to bullshit you on that. But I got a business. I got a few customers coming in. We're all part of the same team with Mark and Zester, and there's going to be there's a possibility there's a few other names, well-known names that are going to come in on our team. We're hoping for that to happen, and we'll see. But one of the things is that, like, I have a few sponsors, and between now and the RV, I gotta pay my bills, as everybody does. We all do. We've all struggled. I mean, this move cost me more than I thought it was going to cost me, and I'd like to pay some bills off. So, I've got the CBD gurus who are great. I've got Mike Barrett Pets who are wonderful. They provide wonderful products. I've got the Ledger Nano hardware wallet. I've got Miles Franklin now, working with Andy Scheckman, trying to get. So if you buy gold, go to the link in my description, go to Miles Franklin, buy silver or gold, buy it from them, okay? Because these are all good things to have. And I only want to do products that I either actually use, like the mushroom health benefit stuff. And by the way, I had 4 or 5 sinus infections the first 6 months I was here. I haven't had one now in the last 6 months since I've been taking the mushroom stuff. So just so you know, it all seems to work, and ivermectin and things like that. So you guys came to me, you guys talked to me about Impact Health, which is a wonderful company that I've signed up with now that provides, I guess, it's a replacement for health insurance. It is health insurance, but you don't call it health insurance. It's a health sharing plan. But they're wonderful. There's a whole family of other companies. And anybody out there, this is not just, buy this product and then I get a little credit for it, or subscribe on Rumble for $5 a month and Jen and I split that money. That's all important, and we appreciate that very, very much. But this is also something you can become a reseller as well. If you have friends, if you're an insurance agent, you got a client list, anything like that, can you talk a little bit about the company overall, ACN, and the different products? And do you have a screen share? Do you want to share the screen? Is there anything you want to show anybody? You can if you want, or you can.
I don't have anything prepped on that one, but I would definitely like to talk about it. And so it's a Christian organization. And the reason that we got really excited about it is because it's not a matter of buying anything. The idea is to save money on the bills that we already have to pay. And by having such a close proximity and by hearing from the community on a regular basis, I've heard from people all over the communities about the struggles going on right now with the Biden economy and what we're currently dealing with. And so we looked at it and said, hey, this is something that we can do that would reduce the bills of members of the community. We're not spending any more money. We're spending less money than we were before. And so that's why we really got excited about it. Impact Health is a great product. It's a Christian and moral based health share company that actually pays your bills, not like MetaShare where you pay and then you hope they pay you back. And so, same thing with the other ones where the idea is to save people money. If it doesn't save money, I have already had calls with people of the community. They're like, actually, it's not going to save me anything. All right. Thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for talking. It was great to get to meet you, but got nothing here. And so the only thing there is, and I think you probably have the 800 number and email down there in the description, Mike.
Yeah.
And so all you would do on that one is if you do want to try to save money on any of your bills, and I'm talking cell service, insurance, gas and electricity, identity protection, travel. There's a whole long list, all things that we already have to pay for no matter what, or whether we like to or not. Our internet bill. And so we have not had more than maybe 1 out of 20 people have called in and have not been able to save a substantial amount of money each month. Jeremy being a great example. He's got himself, his wife, and 2 kids, and they also had a watch. They were all on the same cell plan. So 5 cell lines on the same plan. They were paying $290. They now are paying $140 a month after going through. That's $1,500 every 10 months, $1,800 a year, $18,000 every decade. And so that is what it's really based around. It's saving money without giving up any of the services that we're reliant on, because there's no way I'm going without my internet. I've got to have it. I've got to be connected to the world. It's a part of my job, but I sure would like to save money on how much it costs me each month.
Right. So, what's your favorite? So they're pushing me to talk about more than just Impact Health. I mean, again, I think we talked a little bit the other day about the identity protection, which is really important if you're in the UFO community and Billy Carson is anywhere around you. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. So you definitely want to, that's definitely interesting. Let me put up just put up the ACN website here. And
but I would suggest, though, and for everyone looking at it, like, if you just want to save money on your bills, it's worth making a call. Jeremy or another member of the community will jump in, probably Jeremy, and they'll chat with you. He'll go through every single one of your monthly bills.
Yeah.
And then he'll say, okay, which ones can we save money on?
Right.
And he'll help you and walk you through the entire process of doing it. It really is a no-brainer type deal, because the call is free. Jeremy's not going to try to get you to do anything. I know, because we regularly had calls where we talked with someone for, an hour, and then got to the point where it's like, hey, let's go to sign up. And then we did all the math again, and we said, hey, doesn't make sense. Thank you so much for talking to us. If anything changes, call us back, because we are about to go into open enrollment season on health insurance. And so for many people, you may currently be happy with the amount you're being charged. Compliments of good old Obama. You may be happy with what you're getting charged right now. Well, starting October 15th, depending on the plan, and going through January 15th, everybody's health insurance is about to go up. How much is it going to go up? Well, we're going to find out. But at that point, it's not going to be something where It's not going to be something where there are going to be a lot of other options. And so Impact Health will be there. And so for many folks, it may not make sense at the moment, but with all the rising costs and the inflation the way it is, saving money is making money. And
Yeah.
it makes a really big difference.
Yeah. And, again, if you think this is something you might want to become an individual business owner on, we'd love to have you on the team. And everybody profits from that. Zester does, I do, you do. So by all
And
means,
also we have churches. That's something else we really want to get more of. We want
church.
more people in the community to bring their churches so that we can start having, when we sign up and we're bringing people in and they're reducing their cost on their bills each month, that they're also contributing towards their church or another church in the community. I know that that's something that we have been harassing people in the community. Be like, hey, let us talk to your pastor. We want to set them up. We want to give them money, because we do. It's all a part of the same system. The idea is to make cashless donations to the church while still supporting the content creators that you like, and also reducing your own bills and not having to spend more, because until the Biden economy changes, none of us have extra money at the moment. At least I don't have it. And so I have to imagine that I'm not alone in this country.
Yeah, you're not the only one who's frustrated, right?
Yeah.
So obviously that's an issue. So again, just to give you an example, we have the impact health sharing, which I think is wonderful. And if I would be on it. This is something that I could have really used during the first part of Obamacare, because I had private insurance, $237 a month. It covered me all over the country. I was traveling around doing reality talk shows and stuff and reality shows. And I was in Ohio and South Carolina and Tennessee and and I had no coverage outside of Washington State, but then I had to buy my own, and then everything skyrocketed. It became 4 times as expensive under Obamacare, and Impact Healthcare totally undermines that. So that's really important. And then the ID seal, we talked about that. That's really awesome stuff. That's identity theft. Flash Mobile is T-Mobile. So as soon as I get my phone paid off, my iPhone paid off, as soon as it's done, I'm switching over to Flash Mobile from AT&T. But if you like AT&T, it can save you money on that.
Well,
DirecTV.
I would say to anyone that likes AT&T, and so this is something that even as people that, we offer the different services.
Right.
AT&T partnered with the NSA many years ago. AT&T is giving all of your information over at all points in time. Just if anyone's curious. And so, we do have that. If that's the only option in your area, well, it's the only option in your area. And I get that. But ultimately, when it comes to like cell service, we highly suggest Flash Mobile, because not only is it going to be infinitely cheaper, but also they don't have, a long-standing history of cooperating with 3- and 4-letter organizations that enjoy playing around with our personal data.
Right.
I know that Mike's more than aware of that one. The Snowden releases in regards to what the NSA was doing with our personal data. I think that if the average American really was aware of it, they'd already be an absolute civil upheaval if they knew the degree to which the NSA has been playing around with our data.
Oh, I've got somebody asking right now about Impact Health. let me get her a link while we're online. I'm over in my.
Oh yeah, and just also tell her, just call Jeremy. I bet Jeremy is sitting there ready right
The thing
now.
is, okay. So the thing is, I have lost the phone number at the moment. So yeah.
Oh, let me see if I can't track that one back down for you. Because yeah, it is. I feel bad for how much work gets thrown at Jeremy, but Jeremy loves it and he's great at it. And so,
well, yeah, because everybody's case is different. Everybody's case is different, or and they have individual questions. Or you can call Jeremy. Wow, I didn't realize this was in here. Hang on. Okay. You got that? You got that 800 number yet?
Yeah. No, I'm about to find it. I'm about to find it. I think.
What you do is I put the link in the description. It's actually not the ideal link. There's another link that has my IBO number in it. But what I did is I just went to the link that I put in the chat. It's in the description. Impact Health Sharing. It tells you what's going on. There's a little impact video, and then you just can hit proceed, or you can hit shop now for Impact Health Sharing. And then it comes in and you can do a quote, you can request more info, or you can just enroll. It's up to you. That's the way they all work. And they're linked to my my business number. So here it is.
So I just put an email in there for you. That email address, if you just send anything along, just know that Jeremy will get back with you. And he'll walk you through the process. And he'll even probably harass Mike and bring him into the phone call too if he feels like Mike needs to answer anything.
Oh, okay. Oh, actually, okay. So that's an email.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll send that to her.
I know that the phone number's out there also somewhere, but I'm, running around looking at different emails and streams and everything.
Yeah. While we're online.
Yeah, it's somewhere out there. Yeah, the AT&T, Marcus Toledo, AT&T Ministry of Truth. Yeah.
Or did I send that? I can never tell. No, that's okay. Okay, good. So hopefully Brenda got the information she needed. Yeah. So that's all you do is you just sign in, and even if you want to go back to the main page, and let's say you're interested in the identity theft protection, you go in there, same thing. You say, I've read the information above, and then you shop now and you get a quote, kind of a thing. And that, so that's how it works for all the different systems. So
it's been a great one. I know that we've been really, really happy with it. We've had some people that we take the call, and very, very rarely it doesn't fit. In that case, well, we're just glad to have gotten the opportunity to chat. Then Jeremy has just met someone else, or I've met someone else, or another member of the community has met someone else that's also out there and watching, and that shares a lot of the same beliefs on politics, currency, and everything else. And so we enjoy it. We get to have fun. We get to meet people, and we get to make a lot of folks really, really happy when they save money. And so that always tends to make for a quality end to the conversation.
Hi, Mary Louisa.
Maria Louisa. Hey there, Maria Louisa.
I think she's a Mark Z follower, isn't she? Okay, so just to get this wrapped up, this is the ACN website. I put the link in there. It's Mike Barra. So you have two mobile companies you can get: AT&T for internet and mobile, or Flash Mobile, which is T-Mobile. The identity theft protection, DirecTV and Dish for TV. Ziply Fiber is internet service. And again, this is a thing where you're going to go in, you're going to click on it, you're going to say, let's get a quote. It's going to say, well, where do you live? And if you can get the fiber optics, it'll get it for you. And it'll be cheaper than you're paying right now for cable. Yeah. There's a TrueV Lifestyle. They're a travel company, so you can save on travel. I'm going to sign up for that one as one of mine, because I do have to travel occasionally. And when somebody pays to bring me out to a conference to speak, like in North Carolina or Pine Bush, they're already out a bunch of money. So if I can save them $300 or $400 on those expenses, that's more money that can go into my pocket at the end of the day when I do my speeches.
And it is an important thing to also point out is that if you have any of those services, it will be cheaper than what you're paying, because they're actually negotiated on a group type rate. And so even if you currently have DirecTV, you can switch your DirecTV over and save money. And there's also the business tab for any business owners out there. I don't know if you had ever clicked on that one, Mike, but you do have the up there at the top. You got residential, and then you got business services. One up.
Oh yeah. Well, hang on a second. And then there's Impact Health. Dish Frontier is also internet. Zoom Energy, that's gas and electricity, can save you money on your gas and electricity bill. Vivint is security and automation. Spectrum, again, internet, mobile TV, and Kinetic is an internet company. And yeah, business services. If you have a business, these are the ones. ADP for payroll and human resources solutions. So there's a lot of cool stuff out there that you can bring other people into. Intermedia cloud solutions. That's pretty cool stuff. And Xnimi payment.
That one's NMI. That one's payment processing.
NMI.
So let you know, if you're selling handcrafted goods online, or you're opening up a gun shop or anything else.
Yeah, I have my ex-girlfriend Chandra, the hottest girl from high school, who I finally got with at my reunion. Well, I didn't get with her at the reunion. We didn't go to the back room or anything, but we started, seeing each other. And that's what she does, is credit card payment processing. Maybe it will help her. I will send her a link. Say, hey, baby, remember me? Let me save you some money. Anyway, that stuff's all cool. All right. Anything else you want to add to this before we, we move on? But
nothing more than, aren't we on the clock since it's September?
Yeah. Yes, we are on something of a clock. What I like about ACN again is the companies involved, especially Impact, are religious based. That means Impact Health is your money that you put in to the health sharing company in Impact. It's not going to go to abortions. It's not going to go to fetal stem cell harvesting from aborted babies. All sorts, gender changes for minors, all that stuff, all of that immoral stuff is not going to be part of what they would fund. So that's what I like about it.
And when you are a customer of Impact Health, you then also you get to see what your money is actually going to pay for other people in the community. You get to see whose money is coming to pay for your bills. And the first thing you click on when you actually click into the back office is it pops up the prayer wall. And that's where different members of the community, regardless of what they're going in for, are asking for prayers for their family or for themselves as they're going into different treatments. It's not the same idea as what you're used to with a Blue Cross Blue Shield or anything of that nature. And it's also not the same as a MediShare, because MediShare does not pay your bills. You have to pay them, and then you have to go and you got to hope that MediShare eventually pays them back to you. With Impact Health, you have a regular insurance card.
It's just like it is now. You just hand them the insurance, the Impact Health card. They pay, and there's no charge to you except whatever.
They tell you what the copay is. They tell you what any of that is, and that's all listed out on the back of the card.
And the copays are about half of what they are with regular insurance company, with other insurance companies. So
and for everybody under 65, you actually also, for any vitamins, supplements, and these include whether it's absolutely anything, pretty much. If it's a supplement, a vitamin, a gym membership, everybody under 65 gets $100 off their deductible every single month by going ahead and putting in those bills and those receipts for the different supplements they take. And so I take, I take Life Vantage. That covers, every single month I get $100 off of my PRA just by taking the vitamins I was already going to take.
And I keep hearing about that and the collagen, and I keep being told I'm going to get a sample, from your dad or you, and it never comes in the mail.
I think we need to talk to Stacy
about that. Every day
we need to talk to Stacy about that one, and we could get you hooked up on that.
Yeah, I want to get that collagen in there. I'm getting a few wrinkles here, so.
To me, it's not even it's the combination. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, Medicare is for people 65 and older.
Well, it's not entirely. Keep in mind there are folks that are for different reasons could possibly fall into it, at different ages. But yeah, most likely, and for anybody who has hit 65 or older, Impact Health is supplemental. It starts at $96 a month for someone at the age of 65, and it goes up slightly as the years progress. But ultimately, it's supplemental at that point in time. But they still go in and negotiate the bills for all of your different things. So even if it's something that isn't covered by Impact, they still go in and negotiate the bill, and then your other insurance company then comes in to fill any of those roles as your primary in that situation. One that's amazing, and that I think is really going to explode is 26-year-olds. I have not had insurance since I was 25. I'm turning 32 October 10th. I had not had insurance because, well, it was a joke to even think about being able to afford it, or to even think if it made sense. What am I paying for? I haven't been to the doctor in 7 years now. I'm either about to immediately die or I'm perfectly fine. It's one of the two. And so I know for many people in that type of situation, 26 or anybody in the younger, just got kicked off of a family type plan for their insurance, Impact Health is literally the only option out there that makes sense. And so I really want to get that message out to more folks sitting in that age group, because I know for me, I was never presented an option. I was, okay, it'll be $400 a month for you to have Blue Cross Blue Shield. I'm 26 years old.
I don't make $400 a month. Yeah,
$400 a month.
It may as well be 4,000. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah. You could have made it into 400 blurbles a month. I'm not paying because I don't have it, and I couldn't possibly have it. Yeah. And no matter how sick I am, I'm just gonna have to cross some fingers and hope and pray. And so for those, Impact Health is it's the only option.
Global carry? Do you mean I'll be selling ACA starting tomorrow? ACA is that's not ACN, or do you mean ACN global carry? Anyway, this might be worth looks for me and some people I know who can't commit to 96. Yeah, let us bring you in global carry. We'll bring you into the family, and it costs a little bit, like $200 or $300 to get started, and that's it. But you get so much support. Ernest Rutland, I've been on Metashare for years. Well, I think Impact Health is a better deal. So check it out. At least go get a quote. At least go look at it. And
call and ask. If it isn't better, Ernest, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Jeremy is not going to be offended in the slightest.
Yep.
He's just going to be like, all right, nice to meet you. Thank you. And he'll probably just be happy to even learn more about it. But the folks that actually started Metashare, half of the executives team that started Metashare left Metashare and started Impact Health because of the problems inside of the company. And so I know many people are very happy with their Metashare. And if you're happy with what you got, don't change.
Yeah.
Don't ever do it. The idea is to save money and have better services. The idea is not to lose money and have worse services. That's pointless. It's not worth it.
Right. Okay. Thanks for being here, Zester. I really appreciate it. And folks, check out the ACN link in there. If there's any products you think might save you money, go in, get a quote. If you need to talk to somebody, you can send me a message, send me a Google Voice message or something like that, or we can get you hooked up directly with Jeremy through the 800 number, which we will get at some point. I thought I had it all written down. I don't know where it is now.
I think I sent it inside of our last chat, and so
yeah, that's probably right. Anyway, so thanks, for being here, and if we can help you with that, or CBD Gurus, or Mike Barra Pets, or Andy Scheckman, or anybody, just remember, please, to mention that you heard about it through me. That's through my show. That's what helps me the most. So, and hopefully to wrap up the news, to go back over it, there really isn't any news. We're all waiting. The bond stuff. Batman says there's one more thing that needs to get cleaned up on the bond side before we go. Everybody else, look, I hate to I hate to quote TNT Tony, but he says we're ready. Mark feels like we're ready. Mark's being told everybody in Iraq is excited. He said that today on his live stream. I'm, being told we're ready. It doesn't make any sense that there's anything more to do. It seems like everything they announce, the stuff that Militiaman talks about, these are all just excuses for why it hasn't been done yet. Everything seems to be in place. So the question is, when will it happen? Well, let's hope it's soon. In the meantime, there's lots of other stuff that you can do to try to improve your situation, save a little money. And as a matter of fact, I didn't realize, I forgot, I've got AT&T. I'm going to go into the AT&T thing and see if I can save myself any money. That would be awesome.
Mhm.
So we shall see. I may be signing up for that today. All right, Zester, any final thoughts before we get out of here? Anything else you want to tell anybody about crypto or anything else?
No. Besides that, yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a particularly exciting week in regards to cryptocurrency and crypto news, but it may not be exciting in the way that we want it to be. Things are kind of setting themselves up for a bit of a downturn. A bit of a downturn.
Yeah.
And so I know that's something that I'll be paying really close attention to, but I also, all eyes for me are maintained on November. I strongly believe that everything, whether you're a crypto holder, whether you're a currency holder, whether you're anything else, that we have got an extreme imperative to keep our eyes focused on the true prize. And that's the defeating of the globalist left. Ultimately, if the globalist left's in power, none of these things will happen. And so I am focused entirely on November as being the that catalyst moment for everything.
Well, you know, I think we're all looking. We are all looking for something almost supernatural or science fictiony to happen before November. And I think if we get, honestly, I think if we get to the election, I think we've lost. To be honest with you, because it should happen now. We need to shock this planet into waking up, and all this incremental shit just isn't getting us anywhere. And people are suffering. The good people.
Yeah, but I know too that and actually we talked about this one with Dr. Jan Halper, the allegory of Plato's cave allegory. What happened when the men that had been shackled and staring at shadows on the wall for so long suddenly had their shackles removed and they walked out into the real world? They rejected it and they walked back in and they said no. They put the shackles back on themselves. If everybody gets shocked and woken up so abruptly, well, we as humans tend to kind of retrace back into ourselves. When our reality has been destroyed, we internalize. And so I would be somewhat scared if everything ends up being but so abrupt and not properly handled. Well, everybody's going to be far more worried about the amount of lead they own rather than the amount of zeros on a piece of paper they own.
The frog has been in the pot since 2017, and it's hot enough now that we may as well just boil the guy. Okay, let's get it done. So,
yep.
All right. Thanks, Zester, for being here. I always appreciate hanging out with you. It's always loads of fun. And don't forget, I'll be back on tomorrow night, Toxically Masculine Tuesday at 9 Eastern time, Toxically Masculine Tuesday, with me and Brooks and Brett and Blake and Steve. We're going to be kicking ass on the news side of things. Jen and I will be on Wednesday morning, Tell the Truth Wednesday. Wednesday night at 8 Eastern is Whiskey and Wisdom with me and Zester and Zester's dad, Mark Z. And then Thursday, I'm doing my football thing with Brian Engelman. So I got a busy week this week. Everybody hang in there. Everybody stay tough. Let's hope this thing is closer. It's close. Let's hope it's done. Let's hope this is the week it gets done. So love you guys. Thanks for being here. And I will see you.